So project management as a practice and as a role is really at a tipping point. It's a role that is definitely going to be very important going forward in terms of how large, medium, small level enterprises deliver to their clients. Because you always need to have that person, that role that's going to be there to ensure that we're, as an organization, as a team, are setting the right pace and approaching things in the right way. So project management is only going to become more important over the next 10 to 20 years based on my experience. I really feel that that role is going to continue to grow in importance. And in fact, we're starting to see it in large enterprise organizations where you kind of have project managers that are different levels of the organization, from delivery to product to portfolio to enterprise. This role that you're going to be you're in, or you're interested in becoming a part of, is going to be just absolutely essential for the success of IT organizations going forward. I myself started out my career in project management at a startup. It was an opportunity to really learn kind of what's the full product that we're trying to deliver to a customer that's right there that I can reach, and taking those experiences and really building on that through the digital space as that kind of became more popular. And then as Agile started to come into the market about 20 years ago, I was fortunate enough to really start to have experience with that, delivering large digital projects and then software projects for clients, and then really getting into consulting, where I'm taking all of that knowledge of the project management and Agile and Lean and Waterfall, all of these different kind of philosophies and frameworks, and really starting to understand how do we affect organizations that need to change culturally. And a key part of that is that role of project manager. So I'm really excited about the fact that we're going to have an opportunity as a group, as a class, to kind of take that journey together, building off kind of my experiences and hearing your experiences, and really having an opportunity to bring those together and see what we can do with that to show where project management should be and will be in the future. The person that's going to be successful as a project manager is going to have some foundational sort of approaches to how they look at solving problems. Some of it comes naturally. Some of a good project manager is going to have situations where in their personal lives something kind of comes in from the side, and they don't get distracted. They don't get too worked up about it. They realize this is something that just happens naturally. How are we going to fix that? How are we going to plan to adjust to that? So some of that kind of comes naturally, and some people have that a little bit more than others, but that's not to say that you can't build up a foundation of becoming a successful project manager. The key things there that would be important for someone to understand is what's the big picture, starting there. How do all these things that we're trying to create to get something out to our customer, how does that all fit together? Do you like kind of solving puzzles? Secondly, how do you relate to people? Because as a project manager, you're touching all parts of the organization. The teams that are going to be delivering the work in IT, to the folks that are saying these are the things that we want to get built. All of that kind of comes through you as a funnel, and really important for you to be able to have the communication skills to understand how do I reach people best to help them achieve what we're trying to achieve as a team. And then thirdly, I'd say the thing that's really important for a project manager is to always strive to think in a new way, not to get stuck in kind of a certain way of doing things. Always saying, how can I inspect and adapt what we're doing, either as a team or as a project manager, and can I adjust? Rather than just kind of sticking to a set of rules and saying these are the rules, really saying, is the process still working? Do we need to improve it? And if we do, and we do that on a regular basis, we're going to see a lot more success as a team and as a project manager. So I'm very excited to be teaching this course with Elevator, because we're going to really look at the entirety of what project management is as a foundation, but where it's going in the future. And it's really important for us to be able to see kind of where it came from, and what really led into a lot of the practices that you'll see at the large enterprise organizations, that you'll see at startups, that you'll see at mid-level organizations. You'll see internal projects, external projects. It's all there. And all these kind of foundational things that got us there in terms of how project management became a practice and what it takes to actually understand that from a foundational level. And then we're going to build on that over time. So in this class, we're going to make sure that you have a foundational understanding of how project management fits within a matrix within an IT organization. We're going to make sure that you understand kind of the waterfall, which is the traditional way of looking at project management, and what that means in contrast to Agile, and the important differences between those, and what projects would make sense to do in waterfall and what projects would make more sense to do in Agile. And from that, we'll build on creating kind of a project of your own, where we'll give you some ideas about projects that you can take. And we will go through and use Jira as a tool, as an Agile project management tool, take you through the course and build on kind of those ideas of that foundation level and get into some more of the specific things, such as portfolio management, DevOps as a quality control, communications as a project manager, and kind of wrap that all up together as a final project so that we can kind of say, this is what, if I were to get involved in a project either internally or as part of a larger client delivery, then we would be able to say this is a foundation for you to start to do that. There are several target audiences for this course. For those of you that are just interested in getting into project management, we're going to cover the foundational levels and build off of that to ensure that you're comfortable with that. For those that are junior project managers or becoming a little bit more senior project managers, this is going to be a good course for you, because as we talk about some of those foundations, we're going to make sure that we're getting feedback back and forth in terms of your experiences, my experiences, sharing that with the whole class, and making sure that we get into more advanced things like portfolio management, DevOps, those sort of things, that we get there together as a class and using the project that we're going to take throughout the course. And for those of you that are kind of in startups or smaller organizations, I have a lot of experiences. That's where I started, and kind of looking at that in terms of what does that mean in terms of, are you trying to get to a larger organization? Are you trying to get to a different place within your organization? And what does that look like? This course is really going to help all of you that are kind of in those spaces, because we're really going to make sure that you understand the value of project management, the history of project management, the future of project management, and the advanced concepts of project management. What motivated me to build this course with Elevator is this is an important point for project management. As you'll see, it's really going from ways that we've been delivering things in kind of software from the time that we had punch cards to now. And it's really been changing very rapidly. And I'm really excited to work with Elevator to kind of create a course that really does provide some foundational understanding of project management and the things that are required of that, whether it be waterfall or whether it be Agile, but really starting to see here are the directions that Agile project management is going, and how can you really influence an organization and help them take that next step to deliver quality products to your customers quickly and effectively.